Waco area teams made history in 2021. After a one-year drought, state titles returned to Central Texas. The Lorena Leopards won the second state title in school history, the first since 1987.
It's just a marker, a nice one, a historical place for us as a football team and a community and a school, but just a marker, and we've got to move on now and make everything happen again.
Guess who Lorena will face in week 1? That would be the other reigning UIL state champ in this area, China Spring. In the offseason, China Spring moved up to 4A Division I, and the Cougars hired a new head coach.
We are completely different. We got different faces, not only in the coach's office, but in the locker room. So let's go be us. Don't try to be the team of 2021. Let's go be somebody else and still striving for that same goal.
China Spring is now in District 5 4A1, and so are the La Vega Pirates, a team that went 9-4 last season and 3 rounds deep into the playoffs. But the Pirates are used to more gold footballs.
Regardless of what the community or the administrator in the school district say, we put more pressure on ourselves as a coaching staff than anybody else can. And so, the goal's not changed at La Vega High School. We're trying to win a state championship and do that however we can.
The La Vega Pirates will face Connolly in week 2 of the season. That's a non-district game. The Cadets will be working for a District 9 4A Division II title. They had a tough 2021, but now for year 2 under head coach Terry Garrick, they are loaded with talent and experience.
The speed of the game's different on Friday night than it is from a Thursday, and so I think they've kind of figured it out, and towards the end of the year we got a lot better in some areas, and so I'm excited to see how it carries over for them this year.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster at Robinson, also in District 9 4A Division II. The Rockets have a new head coach for the 3rd time in 3 years.
Everything we do has been hair on fire, fight and compete, and get ready, because we're going to try to snap the ball about every 8 to 10 seconds, and we're going to try to use every bit of inch of width of that field and every bit of length of that field as well.
The Trojans out in West Texas won 13 games last season, the most in school history, and made it to the regional finals for the 3rd time ever. They bring back just 9 total starters, but they're hungry after tasting that success.
Our kids realized how close we really were and where we could have been with that. And so, they came in hungry and they've had a good work ethic and, excited to get the season started and see where we can go.
The McGregor Bulldogs have the pleasure of being in District 11 3A1, which has to be one of the toughest districts in the state. After a 3-7 season, head coach Mike Shields is hoping to turn things around.
We have a tough non-district schedule, but it's one of those that I think we can win or we could lose them, and stuff. So we're emphasizing the kids, hey, let's get off to a good start.
Realignment brought the gift of District 8-2A1, an 8-team district made up of solely Central Texas teams, including Bosqueville, Bruceville, Eddy, Moody, Riesel, Crawford, and Marlin. The last 2 teams faced off in the playoffs, the Bulldogs spoiling the Pirates' perfect season to advance to the state semifinal. Both teams are poised for big years.
It'll be a challenge each and every week. I think overall this district will be much tougher than it was last year. We'll work to try to build depth each and every day, and if we can continue to do that and stay healthy, then I like our chances.
It's not a cakewalk at all. There's no off weeks except the one off week we have. We expect to be a lot more dynamic, a lot more versatile, and come out of the gate a lot faster.
Last December marked the first time since 2016 that the Mart Panthers didn't play in the state championship game. Coach Kevin Hoffman briefly retired this offseason, but he's back.
When I retired, I went to work every day and I was around the kids and the coaches and watching them work out and do the things that they've always done, and just felt like after a couple of days of that, just deep down inside, I wasn't ready.
The Live Oak Falcons won it all last year, going 14-0 and taking the TAP 6-man Division I state title. This year, the team will look very different after losing 9 seniors, but they have a few key returning leaders. The Riker Cougars only won 3 games last season. They'll have 14 returners and are excited to see what they can do after gaining Friday night experience. There's a similar story at University High School. The Trojans are looking to flip the script and think they've laid the foundation to do so.
Our players are super excited. We've got a lot of guys coming back on both sides of the ball. We've got
key playmakers at key positions.
The Waco High Lions aren't just in a new district, they're in a new classification, dropping from 6A to 5A.
We're trying to build long-lasting, long-term value, and so that pushes us to a place where our kids understand what we're doing and how we're trying to do it.
The Midway Panthers are the lone 6A team in the Waco area. They're heading into year 2 with head coach Shane Anderson. They'll be in a new district that reignites some old rivalries. They've had a major focus this offseason.
Identifying our brand and coming within ourselves and finding out who we really were, and working on the little things to be a better football team, and obviously getting the bad taste out of your mouth after the last 2 years of a lack of success and not living up to Midway Panther standards.
The hype is real. Expectations are high. The chance to make history this season all starts Friday night under the lights. See it unfold every Friday night during the Extra Point on KWTX at 10.